So greetings. Today I want to talk about the circle of power. Sorry, I just had some friends over and it was a bit of a carnage. But anyway, I'll explain in a minute. So today I'm going to speak about the circle of trust and the power that you have over your own actions and other people's actions. So I'll see you after the intro. Hi, my name's Em. I'm from Karnak Holistics, where we learn together and we grow together in the sight of God. So today I'm going to speak about the circle of power. Not the circle of trust, the circle of power. And I have wondered, you probably wonder what the hell the circle of power is. I shall put it up in a minute, just about now. So the circle of power is two aspects of things you can look at. And I got this from a really good friend of mine, Paul, who was talking about it, and he uses it, and I've started using it, and it is really, really, really empowering. So the circle of power is, I can't remember where it's taken from, but anyway, I'm not going to try and be all intellectual and try and work it out, but it is that what you can manage. So it's a circle, as you can see from figure 1, it's a circle that is your consciousness, or self. And figure 2 is what you can control is inside your circle. So as you can see by the arrows on this is what you can control. Then on figure 3 is the ones that you can't control, which is other people's stuff, which I shall go into. You can see now where it's all around the circle. That's stuff you can't do. Like today, and I'm laughing because I'm just looking at this bottle of rum, and I said no, there's no drinking, and so my mate turned up with this bottle, right? And this bottle was full, right? And he drank it all, and I was just laughing. I'm laughing because they were going, and I dropped one of them off, and they went again. I just said, "You're not gonna take one?" He goes, no, as he was kind of staggering out of the door. And they had a good time. So that is about the reason I'm bringing this in. So I wanted to show you the bottle of rum, is because this represents his circle of power. So his circle of power was for the fact is that he didn't have to drink it. But so it was inside his circle, so he could have turned around and said, no, I'm not drinking it. But he had one of those days, so he decided to have a drink. And so on the outside of what he can't control, he felt that will help alleviate that outside control, if that makes sense. So the rum represented his kind of antibody, of dealing with other people's shit. So he thought having that will therefore keep away with the negative thoughts that he would have had if he would have not drunk it, or would have tried to do it himself. So there's other ways of dealing with it as well, obviously. But he decided to do it that way, and he just managed to laugh when he drinks because he's really, really funny. And he had me in stitches, and it was one of those days today one of those days that at work where it wasn't it was outside my circle of power, and like for example today I was going to an employer and I was walking across the road, and I was mindful of the road, right? And it was the light was green for me to cross, so I was crossing over, but it was red for the drivers, right? So some twat was arguing with his girlfriend, and he clearly wasn't paying attention. So therefore his circle of power was that the external stuff he could control, but he didn't choose to, so it infringed on his inner circle. So he kept on going and didn't see basically the light, and I was half across the road, and he just literally just missed me and hit this bollard. So yeah, I wasn't almost here. So obviously I went over. He thought I was going to batter him, but I went over and I goes, "You're right," and he just scraped the side of his car, and then he got out and started having to go at his girlfriend. I'm just like, what? I goes, "But that was your fault. You was the one who could have just told her to be quiet." And then he just totally ignored it. But he was there giving her verbal. And I was just like, that's just really strange. So anyway, I left him to it. And then she was going, you could have killed him, you could have killed him. And I'm like, but he didn't though, did he? Anyway, so yeah, but even though that was her fault, because I don't know what they were arguing about, I don't really want to know if you can give a rat's ass, to be fair. But I would have gave a rat's ass if I would have been hit by the car. So, but I went, because, and again, that would have been outside my circle of power, right? So the car hitting me, but my circle of power would have been that I was in the right, because I was crossing the road at the right time. So, long story short. So the other aspect is that people's attitudes and how they are, and how they look at you and what they do with you and how they behave with you isn't your fault. It's their own inadequacies, yeah? So don't worry too much about how these individuals, these people treat you. Leave them, we say that's their shit. Yeah, that's their stuff. Your stuff is about what you can control within your own self. So when you let things get to you, then that's when they infringe on that circle. And the best way to do it, when you're in that zone and you're really stressed out, get a piece of paper, make a circle, and write down the things that are troubling you. And then look at it. If it's money worries, you have to pay this bill. Can you pay it? Or do you need to pay for this? Is it inside your power your power, your circle of power that you can deal with? Yes. If it's not, and it's outside, you can't deal with it. And you would have to wait to payday. And if it's if you and your partner's arguing, like the guy should have done a circle of power. Could he have controlled it? Yes, he could have just pulled over and just had a few words with her, and then it would have been cushy, and I might not have been on the bonnet of his car, so, which I wasn't. So again, but that could have just been any scenario. And again, so when it's that simple action. And I always say, and my friend Paul said, it's good to have a log of it. Like if you have it on in a diary, and then you just make a little note. You don't have to be specific, but you know, so you can understand it. So as you go on, it would help alleviate some of your stresses. There's not much I really have to say, to be fair, about that. That's just, I wanted to just share that with you, and I wanted to kind of like put a video out today, and also talk about like my mates over here, which is, they just make me laugh. I am truly blessed. So yeah, look, take care, look after yourself, and I'll see you in the next video. God bless, and namaste.